we are getting ready for our grand finale. HTM Esports did force a bracket reset, and this one is for all of the marbles. It will be HTM Brazil versus HTM Esports in a grand finale showdown. These two titans of the Snapdragon Pro Series look to go to battle. The winner will receive $20,000 after this matchup. It'll all be decided right here, right now. We're gonna have our first attacks coming in very shortly.
This is an extraordinary opportunity, and Pato does not want to let it slip by. He's starting off strong with a Valkyrie and Root Rider assault force. Siege Barracks on the right corner ought to be able to get that Eagle artillery down nice and early on, while the other heroes are shaping up along the top side.
Pato went with a Lalo in the first match of this bracket reset, and it did not work out for him. He did have a 1-star failure, a very uncharacteristic 1-star failure, but throughout the tournament, he's been so good with these Root Riders, and I was questioning why he didn't go with the Roots. Deciding to go back to the Roots now should be the right decision for him. It's all about timing with this Overgrowth. He does also have 3 skeleton spells here to maybe hold that Monolith at bay when he kind of gets to the back end of the base a little bit later on.
Creeping in a little bit closer and pops the Eternal Tome. Not sure if he's getting maximum value for that, as really there's only an Expo that's firing away at him, but as he gets closer, he catches a lot of air bombs popping up. Not going to be landed on anything important, though. He still has the super minion. Ooh, out back goes down to the Black Bomb. Overgrowth is still shutting down all the defenses in the core of the base, but the wraparound is going to be a little bit difficult. He's got a pincer move coming in with Archer Queen up on the top side, and most of the army still left around on the bottom to go clockwise into the core. He's used all but one free spell, shutting down the Town Hall for a little bit longer as the Royal Champion makes a stab into the core, pops her ability, and launching those spears into the middle. The second star should be claimed shortly, and the collapse onto the final Monolith and multi-target Inferno will be no problem at all. Pato looking very confident that HTM Brazil can seal the deal on this last war of the season.
There's a smile from him. You know he's going to be feeling good after making that mistake in the first war and having the 1-star, bouncing back with the 3-star. That's definitely got to be a good feeling.
I'm Tritino. Next, just as you called it, Bash, we'll be bringing another Valkyrie Root Rider assault.
Very interesting jump spell here early to give the Queen and King access. Wants to save that King ability. I didn't see if the King had Earthquake boots on or not, but wants to save the King ability either way for a little bit further inside the base. Using that Headhunter to take out the enemy Queen is very nice. The King is distracted trying to get to that Queen, so he didn't get through that multi-arch tower just as quickly as he wanted to. Root Riders are in from the top side of the base, and now we have all the Ice Golems coming out to meet those Root Riders in the middle.
Spiky ball from the King bounces over onto the Ricochet in the left corner. Archer Queen isn't going to be much longer for this world, but she pops her ability and will stay on the field for a bit longer, trying to take out that Ricochet cannon and clear out the rest of the bottom of the space while the Overgrowth is protecting the rest of the troops on the inside from the big damage that scatter shot and Town Hall will eventually bring. Tritino sees his Queen topped back off and will actually protect her with another free spell, in fact. He's got a few more ideas about how to carve out the rest of this base. We still have Root Riders looking calm as they march over these walls and are just making their way along to the bottom side, but he has got no more spells left with the last freeze deployed. Rages up the healers and the Queen, but big red air bombs are going to take them out. The Queen is going down, and Tritino needs to rely on these troops to make it all the way to the very end. Royal Champion makes her way to the Town Hall, and the second star is secured, Bash.
Oh man, the second star is still under question here. That Royal Champion does not have the Spirit Fox. She's under a lot of pressure here. Can she hang on? The Town Hall needs to fall. The Royal Champion's gonna go down. He's still got some Root Riders, but this one is not secured yet, as the Hog Riders look like they may get burned up on their way over. The Warden's still plenty healthy. If he can get a shot off, he might be able to finish this Town Hall. It's so close. Oh baby, I'm Tritino with a smile on his face, knows he's skated by the skin of his teeth, and gets the 3-star on Bernal's base.
It's another ground-based assault. We still love those Root Riders and Valkyries, and Achilles will come back in with just a single Overgrowth here. He's brought Diggy to help the Grand Warden out for the initial shots. It's going to be a Barbarian King and Archer Queen on the right side corner to carve out a nice funnel for the main stage of this army to move in. 2 Druids to support with a little bit of healing, as well as a Siege Barracks for even more assault force onto this base, Bash.
Along with this Royal Champion joining the party down there on the bottom side of the base. She's going to just be in charge of getting all these defenses out of the way so that the Root Runners will go right up the middle. Does have to deal with these Ice Golems out of the Clan Castle. Queen is under a little bit of pressure. She goes to ability, but with 3 Queens on the board now, she should be able to get through this, no issue. Does wall break her to the exterior. Royal Champion's doing a great job pushing those Roots to the middle of the base. Here comes that Overgrowth onto the Town Hall, onto the Monolith, and that's going to stall those up so everything can work through this base and finish right there at the Town Hall.
Beautiful collapse into the top compartment. Still holding on to 2 Headhunters and expect to see those deployed to help deal with that Barbarian King on the top side. We've got a free spell going in against that scatter shot, and that'll protect so many troops from the massive splash damage that would otherwise be dished out from that big structure. Both P.E.K.K.A.s still looking healthy, and with the last free spell deployed against the Monolith, they are going to be getting over those walls shortly as soon as those Root Riders can carve a path in. There we go. The last building to go down will be the Town Hall, as we are now... Oh, wait, never mind. There's an air sweeper right behind it. 3 stars claimed, and Aquiles has done it. Another smashing success for HTM Brazil brings us to a 6-3 scoreline.
They beat HTM Brazil to force this bracket reset, and now they are in the driver's seat. They need a 3-star here to keep pace, however, but you got to think momentum is on their side. HTM Brazil definitely not going to back down. Mohamed Merari coming in with the Warden Walk, with the rocket balloons. We've seen this attack do so many great things, but also at the same time, this attack can be one of the more sketchy attacks if it gets offline just a little bit.
You are absolutely right. With so many spells to deploy, so many rocket loons in his arsenal, there's a lot of work to be done against this base. But if it goes according to plan, this is an attack that rarely has to worry about traps or surprises scaring him. He just needs to get that Grand Warden Giant Fireball off in the exact right spot and then follow up without any major surprises. Healers keeping that Grand Warden happy and healthy up top is going to be a great boon for him, because despite those Headhunters coming out of the CC, he has stayed ahead of those challenges. Even willing to commit a Rage spell to get this Grand Warden sped up a little bit and dealing more damage to the interior of this base. He's going to be soaking shots from the Eagle Artillery, but it's better for it to hit the Grand Warden than the Eagle. We do see the single invis go down, and with the Earthquake spell, he's going to be taking big shots at the Eagle. The Eagle is not eliminated, though. Even with all of those Earthquake spells invested, there's no battle builders to repair it, Bash. What is he going to make of this entry?
Well, he definitely wanted the Eagle to go down. The Warden will eventually walk over there and get it, but he's going to just have to sustain just a little bit of extra damage. I think the Eagle was intended to go down there, but I think the Battle Builders got 1 or 2 shots off in there. I think there was a couple Battle Builders in there when that Fireball launched. Now the Warden will go over there and take that Eagle out. Just 1 shot, but it did get some shots on the King just to force his ability and force a little bit of damage out of him a little bit earlier in the attack. Barracks down at the bottom side of the base now. He does have the Royal Champion yet to be deployed. He's still looking fine here. 7 rocket balloons, but time is ticking away. 1 minute remaining. Here comes that Royal Champion Seeking Shield rocket spear combo, and she's looking really good. But he's got a lot of base here on the back end, Woody.
He's got a lot of work left to do, but this attack can really close out quickly. With 4 Headhunters, he should be able to take out that enemy King with little difficulty. Tornado does trigger on the rocket loons, and that could be a problem for taking out this Monolith. Black Bomb finishes off one of the rockets, but the Monolith does go down. Queen is going to be a little bit less value than usual because she's stuck behind all these walls, but there's no defenses left for this base. And with the Rocket and the Royal Champion able to hop over the walls, that is going to be it. Swags the last 2 invisibility spells, and Mohamed Marawi has done it! A 6-6 scoreline between the top 2 teams in the Snapdragon Pro Series. We'll see only 3 attacks remaining from both squads. And for Leo, it's going to be back to the skies with another Lava Hound Balloon Assault. He's brought a standard set of equipment and heroes. This is just exactly by the book, Bash.
But
he's going to get an...
Skelly Donut right there. Skelly Donut with the Bat Bomb as well. He's going to look to take the Clan Castle out, and it looks like he's going to try to get that multi in there as well. This was kind of one of the patented attacks of HTM Brazil, formerly of Clash Champs, when they won the World Championships. They were using the Skelly Donut so well, and he barely gets that multi-target Inferno down. Sorry to cut you off, Woody, there, but that is a huge moment.
No, not at all. And it looks like the meta that we're playing is back to the like 2021 era because with Skelly Donut and a standard Law Loon attack, I mean, this is going back maybe even further than that. Leo has got so much experience with this style of attack. And although the defenses are set up a little bit differently than they were back in the Town Hall 15 days, I know that he has got a lot of experience in tearing down bases with this strategy. And so expect to see as many of these air defenses finished off, clipped around the edges. That left one's going to go down to the Archer Queen. Bottom one should be taking some fire from the Flame Flinger shortly. With the King and additional support troops along the top, it looks like we're going to be saving the Lava Hound for the very right side edge at the end of this raid.
Yeah, I think you're right with that. But the main thing here, Queen taking out the Town Hall here initially is very, very big. He doesn't have to want to fly over that with the Lalo. Here comes the King with that Spiky Ball Earthquake Boots to open up. Also deal with that World Champion.
The Queen survives.
Oh, but he got her down with a Headhunter. One Headhunter in there. His World Champion's going to come in, take out that Scatter Shot. He's going to need this World Champion to get this multi-target Inferno out. He's got a ton of balloons here, though. I don't even think if she missed it, it would be an issue because there's really no air targeting defenses left on this base as Leo has already smashed through Mohammed's defenses, and this is going to be another commanding 3-star for HCM Brazil.
Right, you are, Bash. It was looking a little bit scary in the mid-war there, but you're so correct that all these balloons are basically uncontested now. Holding on to 2 more free spells and still able to get lots more value with the Royal Champion into the core. This base has been annihilated, and both of these teams have just turned the volume up to 11. They are giving it everything they got for your viewing pleasure.
HCM Brazil are up by, 25 seconds there? That's a pretty commanding lead. But that's the one thing about this Warden walk into Rocket Balloon attack. It is generally slower as the Warden walks through and just kind of takes his time working through the whole entire base here. He is setting this one up really nicely, using that Angry Jelly to target all those defenses for the first few seconds here, and then he'll bring in the other heroes. Great use of these Rocket Loons kind of all spread throughout the base, and great patience on this Warden walk to get through, get to this Expo, get to that Ricochet Cannon, and get all those defenses he's targeting.
Queen finds another few, that's a Grand Warden on the outside, finds another few more shots thanks to the Angry Jelly onto that Expo that had targeted him early on. CC pull is going to happen, and it's a lot of Headhunters coming on out there. Poison Spell does go down, and with the Angry Jelly to try to help a little bit on taking them out, it looks like the Grand Warden is going to be safe after all. A couple of archers to help clean up the outer edge, and that CC has been neutralized. Schneider recognizes that he's in a good position now, but I don't know why he's waited so long to drop the Flame Flinger. Either he's going to swap it to a different siege machine, or he's been missing a minute so far of damage that he could have been racking up with it.
Yeah, that is a good shot right there, Woody, because that Flame Flinger, you want to get it on the board. It has about a 2-minute lifespan, so he's really wasting away a lot of this lifespan. The one thing I can see is that those Expos are guarding any possible entrance for the Flame Flinger, but he's really got to make a decision here. He's going to go ahead and shoot that Fireball into the middle of the base.
Nice.
Does pull out one of the Ice Golems, but that's not a big deal. The Warden will be able to handle that Ice Golem, no issue, and he's going to actually switch over to a Siege Barracks, so not intended to use the Flame Flinger for the whole time, just going with that Siege Barracks that'll actually pair up with the Royal Champion. Got to be careful, though. If those troops get too close to the Warden, he could pull the Warden away. If the Warden's in charge of that Town Hall, that could be devastating. Hard to say because the Warden has stayed to the bottom side of this base, but that's something to keep our eyes on as this moves forward.
Beautiful Rocket Loon Minesweeper over there as a coconut effect, does not catch any black bombs and checks the entirety of that range to keep those healers safe. He wants this Grand Warden to go the distance and last the entirety of the rest of the 50 seconds left in this raid. Meanwhile, the top side is going to see that Barbarian King doing all the damage that he can to that compartment, but going down eventually. The Archer Queen doing her same work, but has the ability forced out. She should be able to take down the Town Hall next. That'll be the second star claimed as the Royal Champion, makes her way onto the top side as well, throws off those rocket spears, and it is looking like the collapse into the end of the base is going to be good. Only 30 seconds left, but Schneider is on a path to victory. Can he cross the finish line in time? He loses the Grand Warden all the way into the core. The Archer Queen will be the clutch king to finish off this hit.
Never a doubt in his mind. This one was all secured. However, it is slow yet again. We mentioned it there briefly that the time is going to start playing a factor, and HCM Esports is trailing now.
And that might just be enough to clinch the win for them. He's going to go attack the left corner early on with an Archer Queen, not committing any healers to help her out. Instead, just has got an Ice Golem to soak a few shots and Frosty out in front to slow down those defenses. That should get him easily into that Town Hall compartment with Super Wall Breakers cracking through and given access to that big compartment. Meanwhile, on the bottom side of the base, the Grand Warden sends in the main force with those Root Riders and Valks ready to storm on through. He has brought himself another overgrowth spell, though. Even with the shots on the Town Hall early on, that'll give him an easier way of wrapping around the back side of the base, shutting down the core when it starts to matter the most.
Doing a great job working through the middle. The King taking out the Town Hall. His massive Queen's going to go ahead and work through there. Now he's going to deal with these Ice Golems in the middle, but everything is in a really, really nice position. He used that overgrowth really well on the back end of the base. World Champion with her Rocket Spears now going to take down the Monolith. He's got Pekkas over there on the multi-arch tower. The Queen is working through here, and this is looking like a commanding strike for Bernal. He's getting this done for HTM Brazil as they look to push the lead and get back into the driver's seat in this war. These two teams are going blow for blow, each one putting up 3-star after 3-star, and Woody, it is another quick, decisive victory. 1 minute and 30 seconds, not even that, and Bernal gets it done, and HTM Brazil to push their lead even further ahead.
There has not been a Snapdragon Pro Series match where more money has been on the line for one single war, and Zahid IK is going to make his march happen with triple Electro Titan from the bottom corner. Archer Queen supporting a big push with the Siege Barracks coming out early. He is not going to waste any time because he knows with 40 seconds behind HTM Brazil, if they want any chance to win on a tiebreaker, they are going to need to go as quick as possible. The lightning strike into the bottom side will destroy the Eagle Artillery before it even gets a chance to activate, and with that jump spell deployed, Barbarian King should provide the funnel necessary to get those Electro Titans into the right side compartment, taking out a scatter shot and a single target Inferno right after that. He's holding on to one skeleton spell, which he'll be able to drop on the backside and maybe even distract that Monolith as well, but with the Town Hall at the very top, that's going to be dishing out a lot of damage, Bash.
And we saw this attack go really quick in the World Championships. Synchronic were able to get attacks done in 90 seconds or less with this very attack strategy. Great Spiky Ball Earthquake Boot combination there. You called it. The big boom drops. Here comes the World Champion to finish off that Town Hall, but he's got to get to the left-hand side of this base really quickly. 1:10 has already elapsed, and look at the time difference on that scoreboard. HTM Brazil are in the driver's seat in this war, but Zahid is doing his best to give his team a shot.
He has thrown the nitrous into the gas tank and is trying everything he's got to get past that finish line. He even sent one little Barbarian to the top side to provide a little bit more cleanup. I think they're going to make it to the final edge, and all the defenses are going down. Zahid IK is looking at another 3-star, but you're right, Bash. The time is still way tilted in HTM Brazil's favor, and even with a beautiful 3-star follow-up, it's going to be the possibility of HTM Brazil closing out with a hard win if they get the 3 stars in good timing. This last attack from Zahid was impressive, but I don't know if it'll be enough to turn things around.
Yeah, it's going to bring down their average just a little bit, but I don't think it's going to be enough with over about a 45-second difference in time. It's almost any 3-star for HTM Brazil will secure the victory for them. HTM Brazil, one more 3-star, and they will be our Season 6 champions, taking home $20,000. Celino is in, and it's a Root Rider Valkyrie attack.
Rocket Spears as well to get that Royal Champion firing long range. He is setting up over on the left side corner with the Siege Barracks coming out. Pekkas to protect as the Wizards on the backside are going to do as much damage as they can to that. Tesla's popping up. He's got double cannons shooting at him. He's got an Eagle Artillery early activated. That's why he's deploying those skeleton spells to try to distract and slow down those defenses as best as he can as the Root Riders make their way in, cracking through every wall in sight. Celino's Archer Queen on the bottom side is going to engage the enemy Royal Champion. Ability is forced, while the Barb King on the bottom side is going to throw down those Earthquake Boots and bounce that ball as far as he can, shooting for a goal and looking for the 2nd star as the Town Hall will now be targeted. No! Overgrowth is going to shut it off, Bash.
This is a big risk here for Celino. When you shut down that Town Hall, and you got to come back to it at the end. It is so risky. He does still have Royal Champion in there with ability, still got plenty of spell support, but he still has a lot of base to work through here. It's got multi-target Infernos, 2 of them. It's got multi-targeted Archer Towers, 1 of them up there at the top. He's got the Tesla Farm. Now the Town Hall activates. He's got the Royal Champion working through. This is the moment. This is the pivotal time. His Queen goes down. It's all going to be on the Royal Champion and these final Root Riders. If Solito can finish this base off of Schneider, he will win and get the victory for HTM Brazil. It all comes down to this very moment right now, Woody. Rocket Spears are launching.
He's thrown down the last invisibility. He's only got one
It's
more breach
done!
into the Town Hall, and he's clapping. He's celebrating. The cup is in his hands. The Town Hall goes down. And HTM Brazil, with a perfect war, find 15 stars in record time.
Here, forcing the bracket reset and coming down to this last attack. I mean, they could potentially put up the first double perfect war of the entire tournament here with a perfect attack from Paul, who's going in with the Rocket Loon attack with that Grand Warden Fireball. Let's see if he can get it done. He's had a couple close calls, but ultimately, when it matters most, he does get those 3 stars. Lots of Seeking Air Mines taken out right there with the rocket balloons. Warden is looking really strong to start.
Flame Flinger flying off the right side corner, catches a few more easy pickings as that bottom side is going down hard and heavy with a rage spell attached to that Grand Warden. Healers in the back end as well, able to snipe down that Tesla. Does bring a few headhunters, but doesn't seem to need them to take out that enemy Royal Champion. He's getting deeper and deeper, and expect to see those invisibilities popped at the perfect timing to get the targeting into the core of this base for that massive drop. Expos are not enough to deny this Grand Warden, and with another invis down, he's gonna fire away. Drops those Expos like they're hot and sends the Grand Warden to the left side now as the Ricochet Cannon's going to take more heat. The CC has been eliminated with Rocket Loon storming in the right side. It's gotten even more cover for the Flame Flinger to get its job done, Bash.
Doing a great job over there, also taking out that multi-archer tower. Here comes the King and Queen from the top side of the base. The Warden's doing a great job down there, just working his way towards the Town Hall. He's going to go ahead and deal with these skeletons, and then he'll be on to the Town Hall. King and Queen are working through the top side. He does have those Earthquake boots to open everything up. Royal Champion yet to be deployed as well. It's plenty of time on this one. It's got to be feeling good for Paul. I thought the Warden was going to go to the Town Hall. There he goes. Warden over to the Town Hall now, and all he's got to do is secure that Town Hall, and it's looking really strong for a 3-star.
Awesome shots as well from this Grand Warden, already locked into the core and dropping that free spell. Oh, Grand Warden does go down. A little bit of bad news here for Paul, who's going to have to rely instead on the Royal Champion to get the finishing blow, but yeah, I don't know if he'll be able to finish it off at this point. He does get the pivot from the healers to try to go help the Royal Champion out a little bit, with the Spirit Fox keeping her invisible anyway. She's not taking a whole lot of heat. Eagle Artillery goes down, and that's some pretty helpful news here. He throws in the last super wall breakers that he's got, but he's got to hope that this Royal Champion's got enough power on the back end to be able to finish off both the Town Hall and the Scatter Shot and 2 Builder Huts. He's taking a lot of fire. Super Minions up top are doing everything they can to get it down, but the Giga Bomb's going to take her out, and the Super Minions are not enough. The Phoenix, the final bird, flies into the action, but cannot take those buildings down. Paul is denied in the final shot, and our dreams of a perfect v perfect war are shattered. And yet, what an awesome job from the HTM organization, bringing us a beautiful follow through. The upper bracket champions hold on to their position and claim their championship title. HTM Brazil are your winners. I'm seeing in a brand new dimension now, Bash, as this squad has just been so incredible all throughout the competition and gave us an amazing showing today. I want to congratulate both of these teams on their awesome work. In the end, HTM Brazil's perfect performance was enough.
Woody, I can't handle you. I really can't. But you're right. We have our Season 6 Snapdragon Pro Series champions, HTM Brazil, with the perfect victory. The perfect v perfect did elude us, but ultimately, what a great war to end our season on. Kudos to both these teams. They should both be proud, but even more kudos to HCM Brazil taking home that $20,000 prize pool. There we see it, the champions of Season 6.